Hey, what's up, Twitter? I thought this would be a good one. Rejection, and abiding Spider's style. If Spider happens to see this, what's up, bro? Jumping on, piggybacking. So rejection, like it makes me think back to like when I was a kid, and this one is mostly for the kids, it brings me back to like when I was like 21, and I'm modeling and so forth. And I don't know if people know this, but male models, you got to do your own makeup, you know? So I'm, you know, I'm out at the mall, like shopping for foundation, you know, like what's my color, and doing my own makeup and shit. And I always did my own makeup for the whole fucking thing, and I shot with a lot of people, like Adidas or Levi's or fucking Sears or whatever, or shows, like LA Fashion Week, arguably like the second largest runway show in the United States. And I did my own makeup for that show, and I did my own hair, so guys don't have that. Like there's no team of like people like putting you together. It's like you're just in the back, like, oh, let me smear some shit on my face and walk the fuck out there. And all they give a fuck about is like, here's your clothes. That's it. And they tell you, you're just an accessory for the women. No offense, but my agent told me that. You're basically like a fucking handbag, dude. But along the way, and I'll get to my point, along the way, and I'm going to get to a writing point too. Along the way, I'm going through a lot of go-sees and a lot of, auditions and so forth, and not booking them, it's a lot of like, no, like here's my stuff. And they're like, cool, walk for us, and and I'm not booking it. And I'm like, fuck, man. Like, and I became insecure, dude. I became real insecure going through the industry like that, the modeling industry. So it's like I'm modeling, dude. I'm on the fucking runway, but insecure about it, And so at a certain point, like to be honest to the kids, at a certain point, I started wearing my foundation every fucking day in just regular life. Because I was insecure. Do people think I'm fucking ugly? Like, I was doing that. So I've been like, that's my point. Like I started there, like, and I got to a point where I was like, this is fucking stupid. Like, I need to stop doing this shit. Like, I have value, like other than what I mean to the industry. And I'm 24 or something, and then let's get to writing. The thing I think about writing is and my point there is that helped me not be so afraid of rejection. But a lot of people don't have that. Those training wheels to like, oh, realize that, and then they come into writing and they get rejected and they're just fucking destroyed and crushed and all this kind of shit. But the thing I keep in mind with writing is when I walk into the room, I'm the guy who knows the most, not the least. I know that if I said, hey, here's a fucking pen, write me something. You go in a bunch of executives or whatever. Cool, here's a pen. Fucking write me a fucking story. They'd be like, what? Fuck that, dude. I don't want to be judged. So that's something to keep. And their story would be garbage. They'd be fucking. I'd read it and be like, dude, I'm shredding you, dude. Watch here. I'll fucking destroy you, dude, with all my notes and shit, because this is crap. If they tried to write something, they think they can. They think they can because I've been at a bunch of story meetings and so forth. That doesn't mean shit, dude. That is not writing. So number one, to writers, I would say, when you walk in the room, have that confidence. Have that confidence of like, hey, I'm doing shit that they're afraid to do. That they're afraid to do. And they haven't done it. You know, anyone wants to talk shit on me, an executive or whatever, great. Let me read your script. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. So no, I'm not gonna feel if they reject me. The other thing there is oftentimes they're afraid. You know, when they reject you, they're afraid. Like they're afraid. Like if they read something and it's like this is like cutting edge. You know, this is brand new. Never seen anything like this before, and then they pass. A lot of times it's because they're afraid. You know, and they don't have the guts, shall we say? You know, I wanted to use a different word. They don't have the guts to, you know, attach to it. And so, I'm not going to feel bad about, oh, you rejected me, you know, because I already know they don't know how to write this shit. And, you know, so that's something to keep in mind when you get rejected is just to understand, like, you know, we have giant agents and so forth and this and that. And where am I saying that from? From my ex. I know my ex could not write a script to save her fucking life. I know it. So I don't care. You know, I'll say that. Is that a put down? Not really. I'm not trying to. I'm just saying, like, it's interesting that agents can like rise up so high and so forth and producers and so forth, and they've never written anything. You know, they don't know honestly, they don't kind of know the first thing about what it is to put pen to paper. You know, it's easy to read something and say, I don't like that, I don't like that, I don't like that. It's easy. Everyone does it, you know. It's not just producers and agents and all of that and the gatekeepers and so forth. It's everyone in the whole wide world who watches anything. So, you know, rejection, who gives a fuck? You know, end of story. Rejection, who gives a fuck? Just keep going and know that, like, and know that you're doing something that they are afraid to do. You know, and you're doing it, and you're putting yourself out there, and you're, you know, subjecting yourself to this shit, to this judgment. You know, standing in front of the firing line and letting them judge you. Would they do it? I'm not quite convinced. Not from what I've seen. So that's it. Later.